Mfantseman FM 104.1 enyimbiro no nsia kase bo na mbraso da yeje bill na pen na don hweruku ntem no yede bo somo ensam da bia meka da yada only the him na ham wa abefo ntantan afil no do all social media platforms eno no kwa TikTok or hobby da ma so snap otuatua ton WhatsApp mpo ye duadwam na ye ko hu ya me ambo na conversation na nyobele ye no o ya against the law apeye no ye so mu kwa ya bekin kind the graphic wo Mfantseman FM na insami o ya da na nakobra mankata na wa hwe wan so ndo krojen na icon man so okofield ono na o ma bibi biara no okwankra ta do ayetum ye betena ha na ye bebe na ye de ma inde insam ne di oye bebre bi ocho wai bocho na ma osefata da ete na ebete insamen ma obedi ma akotin de inde ara hu sama wa si ni de ow Mensansun kan aw bio oyada former president the late former president Lawrence ne yilwe ya bodo no mu esuko na wo insam fufuru manon so yera Alexander Afenyomakin osi osha iyokofu 1 inch na wo chichel NPP amanyoko no enu no enye bibia lo what say oya politics nkoten
Sekopem oye se hwe so oyada inde kokoma auto enufumecha breast cancer ne ho ncheche akodo
Insan fufurka we hu ina nyimbili yaje bill na penede don hweruku ntem no yede ba ya boso ye mo enyimbili ye di kase bo hu chiam ye ame adwowa ye bo aforce enyimbili menye
na fisa tu
ma ye ntwa ye ho sema na ye ba nsem no ye bodo ni mu asuko insam na sidza na inde enyimbredi oyare hosam na ato oman konkron Ghana o sande ya hwel oba so no kama kra yesusu de wedding fi ye 76 wewu abra owo 76 years na oyare ho oyasefem ebi se de hwanampo na inde wewu ebia na ma olegentre hanu ente ho asem anade obi ambeka de o de masem na wasi oye former first lady na kunedu Ajimai Rawlings ina nikun oye Rawlings papa it's Rawlings nidi na se enyim no mpo na cheda wo no yem da mana wawowa osande ono na bredon ina se oba market na nzama na owode etete odo na aden ahye ne bo aye no chede aye hi imu amanfo mpo wontum na wontobi ono obeka chede hey tete onyamando antete odo ana no ode che free bonto Rawlings ono na osi se ikon bi ono so ode oyede wo kun bi I think they ono no ode osan so bebio na in day 4 feet and 2 ata na wa to abam ya da sorry ya na nakunedu Ajimai Rawlings we wu ya na arahu sami osi wo anapeyala abra yesusu de wodi no kopiem e wa Rich Hospital e wa enkran pumpuni mantem na wose wodi no kopiem wo honara be 10 minutes time apa na wo hu de ye mami wa hwe ne nkwa ye ya na obi beka de mami oye hwana wa ye first lady from 1992 edikopim 2001 ono no djuma odinyi de oboboa embaya no ema ohun de embaya nso sabio ye bibi obeye nkan na wase mba wode ye hyejade but mami na bredo no ohun de oba nso oye bibi a otum ye inteno no oye woman empowerment obua emba ankasa ma wa ankasa wotum wode wo ho na de ma so ina na owo eye eku bi a wo frɛ no 31st December women movement women movement eno no oboa ema emba asono aketinka wotun ogina de maso owode meku meje me right. I have to fight for my own rights. Na in there for fia nto ata na wa to abama wa akoka ni kun ho kun Jerry John Rollins wakokan ho mende asamando ayare ho papa say Rollins na ye jeda e no Ghana ye etwa adwadwo osanda ye susu da yankopo omo bibiara 70 years nanso sanka 76 an eja oye 80 ana 90 na ye hunde yes inshira no ayebocho na weide ebusuafo wose ma obefimi bebebia no oyada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama odibotugwa enti yentie in some kakra ebusuafo bi wadi tugwa.
Family is obviously in mourning and will crave your indulgence to give us some privacy. All further notices will be relayed by the government. Thank you very much.
Eno no ebusuafo na wose enu sisi anu wonyi assembi a woka wobeka ni de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ma obefim bebia no obema ebusuafo hon aso atena fisa tuadoma
wansanfo fum no ya da yakopemu bono region eho nende opanyimpa ono owo health sector oye Doctor Osekufo onodi isa wafa ato no hunde de mesa won hospital no nyamalo kwache wo hon o de na ngasa ofa ho kaw na obra hon zama na asisi obotum ode edumason na wa hwema yafu na wenye won ayaresa na oya asefem de obi bako hospital de oyo nanso na nyama bia anhu oide obasham biampa obatena na do obadampo na wa ya asefem oide ma che de wode ya bakwan na che de wa honta honda e kaw na na wolbo guda de bi oide ma ontwaye into on wa ka ka regional director of health service na de obobon homoden na enzaman kokor anade ebiani bia ozaba bobo ma hospital nen kanko akonenyimun ozoba na ode aba abobbo hon nti o case do the nurses fon so hon wo say e ya bi mo ha da na ade nso one rent e would da do den ko nyes ka fofo wodi chia na so kodim da bi ska no omba nti na so bohwe na no ho asam no wa den wa ka na ozi kan so won sisam ya da sisam so onya nti won yi dam no omboa ma hospital nen kankon okay chinto o srampanfo de na gote na ahom onye den ontum no wa fa ato no ho de obedi juma wo hon wa so won hwe na won boso na asim na onpagya hospital na ekroni na onkonem na ekrono so onya ne ntampa onfra yente nsama Dr. Osekufo oditugwa
me ba region me share down call baby bebre enti na me twen kakra na ma hesen ya ne me koso region enti afi na mahu ne ma kakra ne ya working visits to the various districts in the region enti na me say me started with Sunyane West na maba na me staff na tena se na me de me botaya me de war region no mato mani na so omuso so wa how bia omuso aka atra me na ye nyina yetimi ate ho ase na yetimi aye adwuma ama obi enya pomuden papa eye ntem so na time a wo hia bibi ayefa pomuden no sabeka na omo aye serve omo Sunyane West man sinima ha omo so atimi and aka bi ewo ma pomuden vision de eye tiawa say ye hwese baby obi wo ewo Sunyane ha bia no obenya first apomuden a papa apomuden a eye ne ntem so na enkoche na apomuden so ebeboa na edim puntu beba ye nyina na obia benya na pomuden papa na wo yare a wo hospital bibia be hwa wontem na wo ho ato wontem wetima ye wojo ehun se as a health service ye wo core values bia e de ye adwuma eno na ekire niema ye gina bia e wa pomuden hwe ye ka professionalism a ye hwese obia be na adwuma sene a etene sene esi nipa kasa sene esi ye adwuma no se etene e wo so ntina me ne omo keka sansem we sene be ya obi yare na oba ye be hu nipa no se oyo obi a ye boa na ma ne ho atono na ye be boa ye ne anso na ye betimi sene ye nyina ka attitude no ye be use my papa edi wa adwuma mu na nyese bi obi ba adwuma obi gina ne mobile phone so open emergency services na obi mfiu ba ye be hihye ne sene be ya ye betimi
enta yeti regional health director Dr. Osekufo nende na yeti
Oh, yeah, Koyanyi war in Semni Muda, and I know Yera Alexander Fayomakin Nakache. Na, His Excellency John Draman Mahama, Obetina do the Enda Yoko war freeway, or China war freeway, not what shall say, what a Kwabna a do boahin, or your former Director General, the Maganes National Signals, I don't know, not what one says Sonomu, the Maraso Abdul Hana. And also, in Sessonimu, Chairman won't to me in Sessonimu Qua, a bronyan so needed tattoo, the Maran so in a fancy comedy on Suni to Chewy. Now in the moon, in a Honorable Alexander Afayomakin Ossi, ono se Osha in Zamba who draw Ecuador in the Yoko or freeway or China or freeway no, in ye in Shishamubiana wale yet. Enya inshishomo papa bia na sabio impemfuwa ye nanso for political reason ti ina wa shada de NPP amayonku inda wawa opposition ti wase owade wo kire wo kafia no ohwema enya da o sefata de nka abro yempo watching osande onu ohu de NDC abra wozo wo opposition ehu de nzama kula bia bi okodra bia na entweye papa ama won na inda se won sabeka tumeda na ode won so no wo kire ye pepe NPP for no pepe papa pam we hunda yes no Sunday in day NPP amayoko no enda wadi weleko or China wadi weleko na inche bia na wanse so ye won't minimum kwa imende onyi impeyfo le cancer ma ye huma atem asem no poa de wa kosi na ono de ose abronya ne de oyade oha na papa na inhwehwemu kire de abronya ne de konyi kwan de nka wache ne tie nsama Alexander Afanyomakin osahin papa bi ode tugwa.
Governance is about upholding freedom, justice, and the rule of law. The frequent arrests of opposition figures, journalists, and ordinary citizens on flimsy and politically motivated charges exemplify a pattern of harassment intended to silence dissent. They paint a troubling picture of a shrinking civic space in our democracy. Even more disturbing, young Ghanaians expressing frustration on social media have been targeted, questioned, and in some cases detained. The question we ask as a minority is this the reset we were promised or an era of regression into intolerance? Mr. Speaker, the case of David Afo-Kojo-Pra, a young man known on social media as Kwame Nkrumah #2, highlights the disturbing double standards in how justice is applied. After a live stream on social media, he was swiftly arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced to 7 months in prison. Much as the law must be applied, we must ask, is the state equally swift when government-affiliated individuals commit similar or worse infractions? Not long before this incident, during the Akwetia by-election, the NDC National Vice Chairman, Sofo Azoka, openly declared that there will be by-election in my constituency. That was a threat, plain and simple. Unlike in the case of Kwame Nkrumah II, the police have not taken action. Mr. Speaker, why is there no agency on this matter? Why the speed in one case and silence in another? Justice must be seen to be done. Justice cannot be harsh on critics and lenient on those who are closer to power. The broader context deepens our concern. Mr. Speaker, on the 8th of September, the Bono Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Kwame Bafo Abronye, popularly known as Abronye DC, was arrested and detained on charges that appear politically motivated. The court ruling in this case raises deeper constitutional questions. In delivering judgment, the presiding judge, His Lordship Akwa, cited George Orwell's Animal Farm, observing that, quote, all men are equal, but some are more equal than others, unquote, and went on to quote the late President Robert Mugabe, purportedly, quote, I can assure you of freedom of speech, but cannot assure you of freedom after speech, end quote. Mr. Speaker, these remarks to us as the minority, coming from the bench, convey an unsettling message that equality before the law and freedom of expression.
Nipa yeti ninzi ya sahin Alexander Afenyomakin ono na se ikombra shebedwefia odi dom kuma nano oda no papa na ototo nyama na odi da mesemi oda abotugwa
me koma yi wansami muda no ndo ya da ye kwakopo emu osehwi yoso ho na nde hospital wanye timemfa wo ho waye kokroma oto enufimeche breast cancer ne ho encheche dem mbesiafo ho obenya ne ho ntase na cancer enya bimpa obotu ne ho anom dem onje entreha ma wasompo wenufu wontwa enchen nti na nde doctors fi wetu wo ho agu pada wanye timemfa wo sehwi yoso won ho ye encheche demba wasompo benya wonfa ho di osande enufu wo ho se ama won kanchime bia na ho kafo wa massage ne kama amo anya de no de ode ne nsa na ode twa wa to na na from there bi o massage gently ono owo ogbonum so na da olunum wa so pobotum de wonsa eda ye wade nya de ye na limia nkafo there bi ono beti ya umo no so ode nsamfofo odaba ino nam ho mende oye vera nyako onye oye kwame bomsa ho de wada to the why doctors in pain free do there what wongu pad na won yitimem fa wo sehwios titi mbesiafo ho na dem ade wo ya ma wankasa won de wonya ho nta ase na se enya bi a ekoma mo se de wo hwemo bia wa hwe na wasompo enya wo ho fa hodi yente insama vera nyako odi tuga
we dey medasi bebre anope dewra ye bo ewo sehwios kokokrom ni say ye katre emani nyina say breast cancer yare a eba anase kokrama eba enufomu na ade potin a ede bade nchechemu ama yehu se eni ho but eniama bi wo ho a ebetumi ama wenye bi ti se bi a wo maame ana wo nana se owo bi a ebetumi aba se wonsu ubenye bi nti ehun hia ena sebi obi a wonwo da ana se wonma akora nufo eno nso ubetumi enye bi nti yewo eniama ye friend predisposing factors eno no ebetumi ama ekwan abeda ho masa akokram no wenye bi nti dewra ye bono anope ni se wo yo ba wo ye be ma wo ese wutumi emrene mra no nyina no wokọ ayaresabia na wokọ na omo examine wenufu no no mo hwe wankasa kra wo ho a ese wutumi ejina mirror mu ehwe se sebi wenufu no ni nyina eye pe a se bia ne kala no kra e change a ese wutumi mia nufu na no na hwe se bia nsuo ebifima apart from oba wawo a o makwala nufu a nufu nsuo befi ni nufu mu aba no eni se nufu nsuo bia efi wu nufu mu se eye nsuo kala plain ana se nufu nsuo futa no ana se moja eni se bibia sa efi wu moja mu wu nufu ni mu ba nti uhu bibi sa na se wututu mrika ena ade ba ko nso se eni se wo twen ma hu sa
Enza yeti ye vera nyako nende na yeti na anusi yarepe na supervisor or IBM filling station Kingsley sa kwode nso de nsam tugwa yente
that was IBM yenye so any say you delight our priority yenim say ye customers for any je ya ho ho anti no woda sonkose ya wiase nyina ye bokoko ewo breast cancer so no yenso sene ye customers etumi aboa ye ma ye nyuma ekosunti no yentumi enkase yentumi nya bibia ma wo enti se wonani je ya ho ho awa ene wona yaresam so no ewo se yetumi eboa na se wo wani ji a na ya ho ho na akoso adoso sa sunti na ye ne Ghana Health Service a collaborative for this event. So say you can born a tofa na say and now say your customers energy and who went and my you two say you started your Jumadi no your regional director head director ever now over my talk na oche senior breast cancer ECT because if say breast cancer a deadly disease though say breast cancer you to me now I be shiamu ye bo modern say ye bo hu daru no o ma yeti ase say breast cancer ye cure ye hu ni ntama you to me e cure now so wan hwe na wan to me ama ye anhwe ni ntamo a ebe ye kwankra ebe da so we nyina e ma ebe hu say breast cancer no a deadly disease. Okay, for Ghana Health Service there, your first time for your junior anum, yeah, collaborate with. But this month now, we are awareness, all your branches, over 36 branches, you organize that free hair screening, baby.
In that supervisor on our IBM filling station, Kingsley Sarkodie, na yet in Indy. Na see a pen, the homa when you're Jumedinum for so what the want some two got in tea.
Nuanom mo ofie ne se enya ade a ehu bia nti se wotifie na wote announcement na bomoden se oba be ye bi na enye hu bia se ade hu bia a kire se ye hu ti obi amra no me ti mababa ya me de enyame adom bibia ye bokọ ehu bia ne akire
ba cho mo ma ye hu se ye wo fie kra ye examine ye nufu no se omu hu ne ntama ombetumi aso ano wa hu ne ntama na ehu ba se enne dwumadie ni titire se e wo se ye hu ne ntam na yetumi aso ano ntam entement na fie nka se bia wonufu mu ya wo ya wo ba ye betwo wonufu nti wo mba ye hu ni free mu na behwe na ye hu ne ntam a yetumi so ano bibia ni ho ti se mo nyina mo mbra
o fie bia omo modran se obeba behwe ne de meni me be ye be check ye nyame adom bibia eye de enim na ebia wo fie untimi hu se bi ebi wo mu ana se ebi nye de ebi ni nti obi a wo fie bia o tinkra ni bia no omla na yenje hwe yenje usta yenje hwe head cry de be kromo ansu omu yenso omu ama yensu omu ama drink ni meat pa nyame shira de oye sa program
say come and somra obusia e beboa oba ye be feed the breast na ye come bibia ye okay
oh ye ma hune de fine pa boy free say person na nim say na ye ti say no ma chire mu na yeso ye hu ti e kwa boy nuan mu amamba na bi so ama na ye na ye be ya omo so ba be hwe omo oh media na ye fine pa
ye nuanom a wonya dwumadi ni mu mfaso na chede wode we num asem to atom from my yati wose ne de na ye fine pan and obi alonko won check ne de na so ne de no nya fine pan man wa obotwa so no we twa awusa about the ndu bi ba kekama wa so ho ato na wa so ho ayede ato
na wode na akọ check
o me de ma ga check
bibia de na ko mbe ne wo mbotwa
oranges no sis won ho ayede den bibia de na
ko fa ho kama nfa mo bia na mbeto ne de kubie o
oh David ye to bia na inda ho na wa ya nya de ebe
we shana nya ya na akọ Sanford na wa ye kama mo
maye we da
ya na fa wo girls na won de ko na won ye na when say ya feta won na yo ma min koma nyim wo nsem ne mu wo iwumesuan semon ende yenyim de ye nuanom a wo form 1 SHS 1 ibinu we homodwan homodwan amana wo ina wa ko taste different life eno no eja wo ma me du be si hwa no bye bye na ye wo sun aka wo na wo chobos na wo trunk na nzamba wom se chobos and trunk na nzamba papa nyim da na ne de baye da mala dining na me de faze a me kwa na me kwa dining ebe me plate she me bag me chobos na trunk so me say me de dining hey homodwan first time aban me kwa me kodi na chobos and trunk hwe yim krampo a o de bo homodin na isuade o sande wo mesuade sabio ihye wutiri mo bibia yi hobotun we ye afim iwu mpo a sabe e de wade e de ko o sande rollers ni ya we ordinary o de ko mo sua school o kwa bibiara o tume de kanabra bo hon inde okwede o de ko bibiara ni ntum enjin ka de o we went me pem na maje it is not possible way enya ba wo me possible bi na indai education minister Haruna Indrisu na o say o share school placement na awufu pi one insunugu jem wo litwe dwaju o sande obi wo mankesim ha wo de na akoto bolgatanga na ma o ya reho ne de bia wo de nkoto eno so o ye day student mankesim to bolga day student eno no ibe lorry fare ina e sola na pa na de ahomachi na edi akọ from how to bolga no onye bete eno ni na o de ara ho sem papa na o da ba awufu no hwane nchen o sane senka me de me wo ankesim na se me day student na man stack wo hoda o den keja wo de me hye ho na so inye dem na ade ne sisi ala akoye intinde education minister ose osha awofu wo dare ho esuafo binum so wo su obi mo wokọ binum so wa ya onye ye into onu owoduide obobon homodi na bibi biara oya obotu nwa ye ima insacha another insisa bi aba education system ni mo no we to na wa ye na osha awofu oyada wenyi inje ho kra na so o ahochel another ohia asoma be ye dan na ayiwa no na osan so the insemi to go na ole kire there in day se oko schools ahodo a churchfo na headmaster headmistresses ibidum wase owade itwe tekua another sempoa bi ansana wo bo fa no we to mo school ha in there opeyin ose hu the obi biara yin ho a osefata another ekwan bi enda ho the chicheyin biara obeka de olijeska de 1 city another mpu 2 city in day education minister ose obeye in such iwo education system ne munampo se self placement no ina ne mo yadinya bibi biara oye fa ho obeye no obeye na osan so di tugwa abra oleka se no okopiem ina iye conference oye conference of directors of education wo trinity ofen code 132nd annual general meeting ina inde okodu wo sunyane ina odi dem nsemi odi tugwa na osan so di tugwa there teacher yin biara obe na adwinde olije emofra anade awofu sika no oyada embran won bedi papa na inde odinzama hudu bogu akwema oboboa ma awofu so wakoma etum ato honi yem yentie insama yewra haruna indrisu oditugwa
school placement it is not working well and it needs to be reviewed and it will be reviewed. I have constituted a committee chaired by the headmaster for Mfantseman School to work together with some of you in order that we can respond to some of the challenges of the computerized school selection placement system. We need a more robust system that recognizes and rewards merit and not protocol. We need a system that rewards merit and not protocol. But let me use this opportunity to caution heads of schools not to turn away students or parents or frustrate them or even go to extort money from them. Once a student is placed in the school, that student cannot be denied enrollment. I listened to you when you were singing your anthem and I borrowed your words. Arise, monitoring and supervision. So go back and monitor and supervise and ensure that no headmaster is engaged in any charges of illegal unapproved fees by the Ghana Education Service. The chief teacher is the Director General of the Ghana Education Service and not the minister. He is responsible for your oversight. He is responsible for regulating what you do. So to heads of schools, uphold minimum approved standards of the GES or risk losing your job. We will not tolerate or countenance any disrespect to approved standards and regulation by the Ghana.
Inzi ayati ye onyumyamfo Haruna Idrisu education minister na no si yara na osan so de tuado de imbomede abinda da na adodankwa akufuado be meboada aneti kwalde obi nanyim ose wa ya de papa nyimpa ya da osaye yi ombeka de owo NDC nti free SHS na adodankwa akufuado ode bai no obeka de wanya eno ne de wa ya de nanso osan so kan si dudua de ode free SHS bad na wambon humodin de obesisi school adan bi wo hompo a wo hostel no aboma obi mompo school bi wo central region here wose wo yiwe fi boarding house osande won abo apedo into oti hone de na adodan kwakufu ado wambon humodin kra na so free SHS policy ne de openedo de wa yade.
Let me also provoke another political debate in the country. In the last 21 years, I have been working as member of parliament. And like it or not, the introduction of the free senior high school will forever go to the credit of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as President of Ghana. But in his implementation, whilst I credit him for that transformative and bold, courageous initiative, he would also be discredited for not matching the policy with accompanying infrastructure, laboratories, improved teacher-student ratio. So he will be credited for the initiative, but he would also be discredited that in the last 8 years, much of the challenges you are witnessing today, that is, I'm coming to borrow the children's words again, awake, arise. So the awake and arise is to my government and myself, that we should wake up and deal head on and urgently to the problems confronting the provision of free senior high school. That we will do, and that President Mahama will do. Other than that, it will remain a paradox. When you hear parents wanting to pay for placement of their awards, it is because we have not expanded infrastructure. It is my decision, and I hope I have the resources to back it into 2026, that will elevate and upgrade 10 category C schools to B schools, and 10 category B schools to A schools, and 5 to 10 category A schools will receive accompanying infrastructure of about 300 million Ghana cedis into 2026. So many of your uncompleted projects.
Insi ayati ye Haruna Idrisu ono no ye education minister o se category B school ni na bobo ne homodin na odako o sanenon isi alo bia pe inti se B mpo na e bia wodi no to die. I hope that bobo motivate mo friend kakra, but me hu there it doesn't really matter. School e bokọ ne de sebio fa ho ye mo bi ye na sai to na yakwai
na yakọ se mi de school onye wan kasa wuti
onne wan kasa wuti inti
wa ko na yimo da achen na hwe ofi na yimo pede ya abai
in school dan bi
e ne de na ebosho na ye book na oboto enyim na ebosho na awe
na me say you wodum light 10 mu na me ye de me fefie kakra me hu de school nyi bi on nanam corners na wetu na tale ya gudu na say slippers no ko fa wo hino ihwe baby ofi banana che de we gwan
ya ne hu na ni country ko ne box na tita wo bi
wetu me gudu ni wa shirfa where to good morning alone in and I'm say by this time and mo friend be mo water class wo suade intinya about the school na benye no but one kasa wo suban towards one kasa education you know
be na Kenya wo FF na school where the wa na school na campaign sharp
awo my fancy na ye de chira na nya da ye bosol aha na bebe makwan ma enyim be no nsia kase bo a ye semofo na kwabra makata ohwem oson de krojin de adukram
104.1
kama the filo na ma chi me di esime chen no filo drink or your filo milk drink or see the sweet taste of life when me ala me bi edo kakra me de gumi mene ma che de bibi biara akode 13 wheat flavor and okitamen na fisansu was strawberry strawberry flavor on so we are all no me bibi biara so akode 13 ti wo fie ehun de we we de na ye no enya bi kakra enya wo glass kakra enya wo ice cubes bi oh my god who evening no chada ya sort out into the equal filo milk drink or say the sweet taste of life copy be no me na bibi biara so on the top you know no crown there into there wo problem automatically no wo how in ala okọ na in some ye de bedem o ya icon Mr. Icon and there wa akọ padro wa akọ chinchen den dem po nyifia ha o da
104.1
hwehwehwen semu na impo former president ni le ono so wa san former wa san ye late where we be fim be bia no ogudra ole hwehwem membe ya ye botum na ye de insam papa no kwasem ye de abedan mu na Akins DJ Akins ono na we twen ya tum live e wo Facebook e wo Mfantseman FM 104.1 the mara so na YouTube Mfantseman radio na we osen Papa Willie Willie on so necessities were her or direct here kama what's in a face and I will tell word in a candemi wa church mama yama today yanti aye kundo my yetum ya pay yadi amo in Danybury Mfantseman FM Danny Day Nanzam Papa Cotin Yedmonti say we are men you were for no infant ha baby biara Mr. Opoku wano yankopon on sure CEO himself Mr. Eric first name one family stand so do ba me you say name yankopon shen papa de wa man dem akwenye aha na ye dirisi ye mo enyibeli
do ka bibi ten
chairman nuts chairman wait me do na want to me so do nkani tachu nuts dana no anyi yokobi anya asem bia oya krojen yankopon onhye ne papa enyibeli de ye ma ye de kasebe ba bosomo ye amen adwowa ya boa force enyibeli menye
na fisa tu
ya akramu
104.1